Yeah, I'm waiting on for the feed. Yeah, yeah, because
Hold on, I'm gonna check.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah, good
You
feed.
good? I'm good. I'm good.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First of all, we want to give all praise and honor to the East, to Yahweh,
Power.
Hashem,
Ah, shot, ah, shim.
Double honor to the Apostle Elder, the Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brother, brothers, and out there, pushing the truth. All right, brothers, we back at it again. The Israelites, we back at it again on the highways and the hedges, prophesying. And we at that point now where it's clear and obvious what we've been saying from our apostles and elders on down is true. Okay, you have the cruel Lord, so-called Donald J. Trump. He's rolling on these cities, man. He's sending the National Guard. All right, he's sending the National Guard for you so-called black people, right? Sending the National Guard for you so-called black people, African Americans, and he's sending ICE, okay, to you so-called Latinos. And all under the disguise of we need to make America great again. And when was America great? When you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans were under the so-called white man. Right? Trump called it the golden age. And the golden age is the Edomite getting back into power. Okay? And what proves that? Well, now you have the Department, they're going back to the Department of War. Okay, World War I, World War II, it was called the Department of War. Since the inception of America, it was called the Department of War. They changed it after World War II, the Department of Defense. Now they came out and said, hey, look, we ain't doing that defense shit no more. We're coming to attack our enemies. We're coming to kill our enemies. Okay, with ferocity, fierceness. Okay, and whatever war we choose, or whatever war comes to us, we're gonna win it. That's the pride of the Edomite. Okay, so we definitely in that time, we definitely in that season where all the prophecies are getting ready to come to pass. The digital ID, okay, you have a government shutdown. We still in the government shutdown, right? We still in there. Yeah. Federal workers are not getting paid. Over 700,000 federal workers are not getting paid right now. Okay, it could be more than that. And the longer it goes on, the more the people are going to, more seditious the people are going to become. You have the right and the left. So you have civil war. Okay, racial tension. Okay, you have the Captain Kirk that just got shot. Esau mad about that. So you got all these different psyops going on simultaneously. Meanwhile, NATO getting ready to implement Article 5. Okay, Russia is so-called encroaching on Poland, on the Baltic states. Okay, and Trump, they just came out there, look, we getting ready, we preparing for war. So can you get that?
This is 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, starting at the top. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Yeah, brethren, speaking about those that are in the know, the initiated. Okay, another word for the elect. Okay, those that understand this speech. Okay, this instrument that we're playing, the song that we're playing, you're dancing to that song. Okay, you're mourning with us. All right, your mind is geared towards the end. That's what you meditate on that. Your entertainment is watching the videos. Your entertainment is reading, going into prophecy, all right, doing videos. Okay, yeah, you probably every once in a while, watching sports. Step out maybe once or twice. But that's not the end all be all. Our mind is geared towards what's getting ready to happen. So we don't even need to talk to each other about this. We already know this is coming. Nevertheless, the Lord has us keep reinforcing it. Okay, really is a show of power, because when it happens, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do to turn back the clock of time to try to get right. The word has already gone out. All right, go ahead.
Verse 2 in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, for yourselves know perfectly.
You know perfectly. Go ahead.
That the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, it's going to come as a thief in the night. 3 o'clock in the morning where you're in your boxers, you're in your covers with your woman, you're children are put to sleep, tucked in. The house is quiet, all the lights are turned off. All right, you don't hear nothing outside. Everything is quiet. It's another day. It's another night. You know, business as usual. I'm gonna get up in the morning. I'm gonna put on my, I'm gonna get my coffee, my eggs, my bacon, and my toast, and I'm gonna drink my coffee, get ready, kiss the children goodbye to go to work. But then a thief comes.
God bless y'all brothers.
Okay, a thief comes and he's standing over you. All right, you're in your most vulnerable state. So that's how Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come back with a little image called Christ. He's getting ready to come back into your most vulnerable state. Okay, when you're already, can you get somebody get Luke 12 and 49? He's coming back at the height of the height of tension, the height of chaos on earth. Here it is. There's a scripture where I believe it's Amos, where you right in a certain bit you escape the lion, you escape the bear. Then you got into the house, which is symbolic of safety, a covering, and you lean your hand upon a wall in a serpent victory. Meaning there are gonna be people down there that's gonna escape famine, they're gonna escape the marauders, all right, they're gonna escape the troops, they're gonna escape the disease, okay, they're gonna be in these 50 million cities, all right, the scriptures also say how there's gonna be buying and selling, how they shall be given in marriage, right? That's it. It's gonna be as in the days of Noah. It's gonna be certain places in the United States that's gonna have some type of some type of stability. They show you that in that movie Civil War. They're in that one scene where they go into that one city and it's like the store open. You can walk in, right? You can walk in and buy stuff, but there was people on top of the roofs making sure everything was good. So there was people that, you know, watching, making sure this piece of America stays the same. There's still some, level of sanity here. But then outside of that, there's nothing but chaos. So that's how it's going to be when the shit goes down. There's going to be certain cities you don't want to enter into, certain cities you can't get out of. Other places where people are going to be living normal. Drinking coffees, lattes, nightclubs, right? But then other places where it's going to be all out chaos. All right? But Luke 12 and 49.
This is Luke 12 and 49. I have come to send fire on the earth.
And we know ultimately the fire is what's getting ready to cleanse this place. At the end of the day, fire's coming. Right? Peter spoke about that. What manner of man should be in all holiness and godly conversations. And seeing that these things are going to be dissolved. So we know ultimately that fire is coming to burn this bitch up and to take down all our enemies. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is coming with that ultimate fire, that ultimate purging. So Yahweh Shai saying, I've come to send fire on the earth. Go ahead.
And what will I if it be already kindled?
And kindling is to get something started. To kindle the love, is to kindle the romance. Like you put the petals, the rose petals at the front door. The woman comes in, she's like, oh wow, it's getting a little aroused, and you got the essential oils going, and then that it starts to arouse things up. Then she see the bath, and, it starts to arouse. You put her in the mood. So here it is, Yahweh Shai is coming to send fire, but he's saying, what will I if it already be kindled, if it's already been started? Yeah, that's it. That's the kindling.
That's the kindling, because if you put this one type of light,
and then it comes into a wildfire.
yeah.
Okay? And Yahweh Shai is actually coming to send concentrated fire. He's going to concentrate the fire in particular parts of the earth. Okay, he's going to be hitting these different bases, these military bases. Or he's going to be shooting these people down here on the earth. Or like world to world, which is took it right out of the scriptures. And we're speaking these things out of the book, and the people are like, these niggas again. They fear mongering. Well, they're like, goddamn, we at the height of war. We're at the height of chaos. Right? But there's still some level of peace here in America. But see, that's what's deceptive. Because we just read in 1 Thessalonians that the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. And we read in Luke how he's going to come with fire, but what if the fire is already kindled? Meaning these nations are going to lock arms. They're gonna headbutt each other. All right, alliances are already being established. We have military troops already being moved to different regions of the earth. Like the whole thing with Venezuela, that is a strategic, military positioning because they don't want to get flanked. You can't allow that area, that large area, for the Chinese, the Russians to come in to supply your enemies. And now you have war at the border. So they're of course they're coming out on Jake, but and they want the resources too. But they're already military positioning the troops in those areas. Okay, here in Memphis, they already know this shit's gonna go crazy. So they're already sending troops under the excuse that it's crime. Crime is too wild. But they already know that there's going to be sedition amongst the people. They got to already have the military force and the well-trained soldiers, like Trump just said, right? He just said we should use these American cities as training grounds for our military. He already said it. So they're already telling you what they're getting ready to do, what's getting ready to happen.
They got the okay, you know what I'm saying, to put you down.
The Lord gave him the okay. The Lord gave Esau the sword to do what? Get Ezekiel 21.
That's it here.
But we'll read that. We'll go to.
We were talking earlier, Hebrews 13, he burned out the sword in the
That's it. That's it.
So when he come down with the great man, he think he could be playing.
Because really, who is actually controlling Esau? Right? Psalm 17 and 13. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So who's really in control? Okay, it's Esau that's really in control. When those troops come in, the Lord sanctioned them to come into these particular areas and take down particular gates. All right, and if you don't have that exemption of judgment, you're gonna meet that judgment. Okay, but we'll finish First Thessalonians, and I want to get Ezekiel. Yep.
So this is back in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Read verse 2 again. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety.
When they shall say peace and safety. All right, and that's what it's about. Because as a government, we do not want your population to panic. If the people actually knew why they brought in all those generals, they flew all those generals from all around the world, okay? They flew all those generals around the world to have a meeting, to have a briefing. Estimate cost $100 million to bring everybody in, house them and feed them, okay? There was backroom meetings that were being called. That was out for the public to see. If the people only knew why that was happening. Meanwhile, you have the Department of War, the Secretary of War saying, hey, look, we're no longer in the time of defense. We're in a time of war, okay? And then they equated the same thing that's happening now, the revision of the military, the same thing happened in World War I and World War II. Right before it happened, there was a big revision of the military, prepping the troops. So what the fuck is that? So how do you not see that?
You can't tell me they don't line up with Revelation 12 and 12. They can't tell me they don't line up with John 9 and 30 and 7. Why do you think that when you go in Daniel 12 and 1, it said that it's going to be a time like never before that he's going to have to send down the archangel Michael? What time is it going to be? You know, nobody said you can't be ignorant. All right? That we know through the spirit and power you have by seeing outside by giving up the outside and we see what this place heading to. And it head to what? Destruction.
It's on the highway to hell.
Hey, it's something in the brain.
That's it.
Everything that's happening in this society is lining up with what? Prophecy.
And you have as it says in Ecclesiastes, the keepers of the house, the economists, they're out there, they're telling you. They ain't hiding it. They're like, hey, look, it's done. It's fucking done. America cannot sustain itself. Okay? And this is why they're bringing in that reset.
Yeah.
There's going to be a reset. Right? They call it the Great Reset. We in the Great Reset. They're about to reset everything. They're about to reset all the financial markets. They're resetting the military. They're resetting the positioning of the citizens in America. What you can, what you can't have. They're resetting the money system.
They're the CBDC.
Okay? And they're reestablishing the American and Western hegemony. Because all these nations, they started to, well, the scriptures say, let the weak say I'm strong. They're starting to puff back at America. We're starting to move away from the petrodollar. We're starting to move away from American hegemony.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they separate themselves from the Babylon money system, but it's still, when they set up their currency, what is involved in technology.
That's it.
You see, China, you know, got the BRICS nation. So that's just tied in, you know what I'm saying, with digital currency. All right, Babylon the Great, they tied into digital currency.
And who funded? Why did China go digital? Who propped up China? Who made China a great nation that it is right now? Okay, America started with the British. The British are really behind. Really, the British are behind a lot of things. Going back to the Red Shield people, are them little hats, the tiny tops, the tiny tops. Because you got a lot of people saying so-called small hats now. The JJs, okay, they're the ones that set all this up. And meanwhile, while they're actually crashing all these economies, they're making the civil population in uproars. Scripture say uproars of the people, 2nd Ezra 9th chapter, right? Meanwhile, they're giving them a so-called way out, digital system. But that digital system is their way in. Now they can control every fucking thing. Okay?
It's set. It didn't say the China, it didn't say Moab gonna call all both sides and just get control. You know, it didn't say that, right? No, it said it's Esau.
The beast.
The beast. All right? They're going to cause it all both sides and just get control to the sin of the law. Let you know it's speaking about Esau
And all the nations are they're in line with Esau. Well, Jeremiah 51. Babylon has been the golden cup of the Lord's hand, which made all the earth drunken.
And what happened?
They got mad.
Yeah.
You got it?
They got mad.
That's it. You know, they got mad because Babylon burnt their ass. It was a whore. She was looking good. You know, cheap. Yeah. And you laid down that hoe, and you caught a fucking incurable disease. And everybody around you like, man, this bitch burnt me too. And now they conspiring with each other. Obadiah the first chapter, Obadiah only one guy. You know, all those that were in Confederacy with thee, have received thee and watched thee with the water. Those that were at peace with thee, right? So these nations that you once slept with and gave aid to, behind the scenes, they're doing deals against you. Even NATO, the EU. All right, the beast shall hate the whore. Yep, they're gonna burn it with fire.
Exactly. That's what really set up. Isaiah 34. You go to Joel, the 2nd chapter. The Lord is building it up. All right, he's trying, he's mustering the battle. All right, he's putting in the nation behind. All right, to hate of what? Hate of mine.
And if you would not imagine, see, America has all that power, but they have a very large group of powerful allies. Okay? NATO, right? NATO and the EU basically, which a lot of EU nations are NATO nations. Basically these Edomite nations. Right? But what happens when those nations turn against America?
You got Turkey.
Yep. Yeah, Turkey is siding with Russia.
Yeah, Turkey is like, you can say part of the big nation, but they on the list. You know, the second part of it is NATO.
Turkey's part of NATO, and Turkey has the biggest standing army of NATO.
But they bumping heads with Russia. So what you know, the Lord, when he messing them down, he's setting them up.
And people are going to bug out when that reality comes to pass. Because nobody is speaking about that reality, only the prophets. Okay, so you can go back there.
So this is back in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
They shall not escape. So none of these people are going to be able to escape. Job the 20th chapter, they shall go ill with him that is left in the tabernacle. So those that, because at least they're not from here. They're somewhere in another motherfucking country, deep in the Alps somewhere, in outer space, in the bunkers. They already know what time it is. Well, you got the so-called Jewish rabbi, tiny top rabbi that said that America is east. Yeah, ASAP. And that's an actual, amongst those Canaanites, those JJ, they call America, the Edomite, the American here, as they call them Edom. This is the land of Edom. Which, yeah, spiritually, this is Edom. This is spiritual Judaism. But you an Edomite too. So you the worst for the Edomites. Okay, you an Amalekite. Okay, and everybody hates Amalek. I shall make the small amongst the nations greatly despised. And the Most High hates you. Alright?
We can have war with Amalek and what? Generation to generation.
And that's why not only America's going to be completely wiped out, but that land over there, them rats over there, they can be wiped out too. Right? The only difference is that land can be built back up. The Lord is wiping that land out to cleanse it. America's getting cleansed, but it will never be inhabited ever again.
This is why it's known as burning. You know, Malachi 4:1, it said, in their days shall burn as the earth. Remember, in the time, they were doing the burning. Alright? Not just we say love you guys, they only doing 500. You know, 550, no. Burning.
Remember Azariah, Michelle, and Nehemiah?
Oh yeah, when they were
coming in that furnace, they made it 10 times hotter, or 7 times hotter.
And he said sevenfold. And then what happened when they opened the door? God, you know, the door, they died off the impact of the heat. All right, and the Lord prepared, like the government of Muslims, put Bible in the grave as a oven, going back to a furnace. That's hot. You know? Because everything you see as it go in the second chapter, it says it's going to turn to ashes. It's going to be a desperate wilderness. You don't see the sea stand in the wilderness. See, this going to become Babylon the Great when the Lord sent the Muslims and how we found our angel.
So we good as long as we continue in faith. That's right. The scripture say that destruction and famine out our last. The Lord is going to put his servants in a different spirit.
Be careful.
These people are talking with uncertainty. A lot of these people are they're bugging out and cracking out.
Already.
You know? Fat, overweight, sick, all type of illness. Gotta work. Can none of these motherfuckers take a month off of working and chill? Getting like that.
Yeah, like, man, you don't see that though. A woman like that, like, it's getting worse on both sides.
The woman gonna bug out, be crashed out. But the scriptures speak about how the prophet saw these men as like as a woman.
Yeah, it's rebelling with their men and their Lord.
So if the woman is through, if the man is through like that, how much more the woman? What the woman gonna do? She gonna throw herself, she gonna prostrate herself, prostrate herself in front of the men of the Lord, and beg. They're gonna hold you on and not let you go. And you know, hey, you know. And no, please. And it's the Spirit of the Lord that's gonna be on you, whether to accept or reject it. It's not gonna be your face. It's gonna be the Spirit of the Lord.
Because that's good. Isaiah 4:1. And also John 32. Man, it should be a hiding place. All right. That's a problem. That's a strong job. Seems like it doesn't want to sit. You walking in a good land, you see a big rock, you just afraid, see you have this there.
Yeah, you in a desert, and you want to drink of death. As far as eyes can see, nothing. Nobody comes. And then all of a sudden you come upon a big ass spring of water. Oh, shit. It's like, that's like, what, you know? That's how a man and Lord gonna be. I shall make a man more precious than fine gold, even the golden was open. So as this shit collapses down, we go up. Our stock goes up, they go down. Okay? We're the hot commodity, the men of the Lord. Okay, the prophets in particular, but all the believers. So the Lord is going to intervene on their behalf. Revelation, get real quick, Revelation 22. The Lord is going to intervene for the elect. Alright? Brothers that got illness unto death, the Lord is going to cure them. Brothers that could have died, the Lord will bring them back to life. Brothers on the brink of starvation in their family, the Lord sent them food. And we have multiple examples. Even an example of the Lord sending food from heaven. Actually sending food from heaven. We have an example of that. Okay? Example of the Lord bringing food to particular prophets.
Yeah, it's so-called jail.
And women with their children. They're on the brink of death. The Lord sent the prophet. I think the prophet Elijah.
And so that he moved with the spirit, because the spirit can move his own, and we'll see it later. See the thing in that too. And this is simple how man look like stop this. We're gonna be traveling. We ain't gonna be just in one spot. So that's why proper preparation was a bit more important, because God can take the lead. He said, now mind up for what you have to do. You know, say the situation you have to overcome when you have to shine his word. Because how else we gonna be able to overcome? How else we gonna have the spirit and faith to endure if we ain't leaning towards God by saying ourselves? That's the only way. Because this word holds nothing. This word holds no value giving you to salvation. Alright? Because this word is sucking your spirit out of you.
Well, the scripture says, broad is the way that leads unto destruction.
Yeah. And it's straight. So that's why I say, enter you to the straight gate. The path of victory is going to be something up behind the sun. But in the time of trouble, that's what the Lord is delivering us.
That's it. Just like the Lord after delivering us through our little trouble that we're going on.
Already.
Here to preach the word. Okay? The Lord has been delivering us. The Lord has been, keeping us to the point to where, we can continue to keep pushing the word. We have a roof over our head. We might need help at times. We got certain things going on, and Lord, work with us.
And we still in good case with us.
Oh man, we in the best case scenario.
We just say it like that.
We literally in the best case scenario. We have a fighting chance.
Good chance.
Okay, we have a puncher's chance. You could be losing a fight,
Just one
and
swing.
all you need to do is land one. You 5 seconds in the last round, you still got a chance. That motherfucker connect. That's gonna be for the elect. The righteous are scarcely to be saved. It's gonna be that 3 seconds left in the 12th round. And you didn't get your ass beat the whole fight.
That reminds me of Rocky Balboa. Like all his round 8 or 9, he did some type of fucking spiritual power.
Yeah.
And he just come back alive and start kicking their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get left with. Like now we get our ass. It's like rocking the thing right here. It's still what the Lord gonna give us strength.
Those that wait upon the Lord, renew their strength. So the Lord is going to renew our strength. And daily, the Lord gives us benefits. All right, the Lord renews our strength every week to come out here and stand on the battlefield. And daily to do these videos. And to bring His word out to resist evil. Okay, so we're already in the battle. And we know that it is a battle. These people, they don't know what the fuck they're going on. They did. Okay. We read a little.
This is Revelation 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Patience means to suffer. Meaning all the things that you go through in the truth, the things that you got to get up in this world, but really you count it all joy once you understand it, right? All the things that you got to go through, all the hell that you got to go through, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation, the women that you lose, the opportunities you lose, the job that you lose, the whole, the world crumbles, right, so to speak, when you first come into the truth. Because you have kept it and you stay with your integrity, and you haven't bowed down to this beast, to his system, to his mark, to his image, okay? Because you stayed diligent, you kept the faith, you finished your course, okay, go ahead.
It says, I will also keep him, Salakia, and I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
He will also keep you from the hour of temptation. Because everything that's happening, all roads lead to this. Okay? Gradually. Everything's leading to him saying you gotta take that. That's mandatory. Just like the UK just came out and said, hey, look, the digital ID, if you want to work here in the UK, United Kingdom, you'll have to take it. Okay, meaning the digital ID, which the digital ID is not the MOPD. The digital ID is not the mark. It is the precursor system in order for the mark to work. The mark is when they say that you have to put that technology inside you. Okay, there are already people, there's thousands of people on the earth, tens of thousands of people that already have this. Okay, but it's not made mandatory. That's when the prophecy is fully fulfilled. When Esau and the whole world makes this, you putting this inside you, mandatory. And everything that we're going through right now is leading up to this.
Over there, it's like it's starting over there to the east, and it's coming to the west. What the prime minister over there was saying, mandate with the digital ID, which is a precursor what? To the physical, CH not to the physical. So, hey, it's coming. It's like a plague or a cancer. It's spreading to America slowly but surely.
They're using that what? Right. That's all it is. What are we doing on this? We got ice. We already know what time it is. You know what time it is. We don't got any even on Hamilton. There we go. You know, that's one of the arguments. A lot of government shut down because of so they didn't want to get bonded to the legal energy. That's why it's a big talk about
The healthcare for everything.
they didn't want to bond it.
So they blame, who are they blaming? Jake. It's Jake. They're really actually blaming Jake why they have to bring in all these measures. And really it's because of Jake. Because it goes back to Jacob and Esau. Esau was mad at the blessing and the birthright. He said, when the days of my father mourning at end, then when I slay my brother Jacob. Okay, Ezekiel the 35th chapter. Esau has that perpetual hatred. One of the definitions when you go into that word perpetual is ancient. Okay? He still has that anger. And he understands about the elect. He understands about the Most High saving particular Israelites, but he don't know who the elect is. So what did he do? We just gonna fuck it. We gonna get everybody. We gonna chip the Chinese too.
Everybody.
Okay, we don't give a fuck. We the Arabs, they gotta get chipped too. We chipping everything, and we gonna get chipped. But we gonna have access on a whole nother level. So this is how we're gonna overcome the prophecy. But you're running out of time, E.
He said, drop 66. Twice in there, 66. Read about it, they didn't know.
Well,
Exactly. That's a show you that the Most High so cold is what we see as we run through life. It's written in Scripture. See that now, remember, it's saying, God said, "Won't have mercy." Right? So you can't bring no other book, all right, and compare it to the Bible and show prophecy and show what happened. Not the one, not the book of the dead, you know, none of these books. The subject of the Most High words are faithful to you. The Bible is on point. You can't gainsay. That's what you have to have the spirit to understand. And it ain't giving up to you to know the message, then it ain't giving up to you.
and there's nothing that we can do.
Nothing.
We can shake you as much as we want, beat you in the head. We can sit down and open other people and look line by line. We already doing that. The niggas can't get it.
Yeah.
All right, so the walls that are for the sword to the sword. Jeremiah the 15th chapter. Famine to the famine. To the beast. Okay? If you supposed to get hit with a missile, that's what the Lord got you for. If you supposed to get ripped up by a wild animal, hey, fuck it. You know?
But what is our job? We copy. The Lord told Jeremiah, told Ezekiel, I have sent you a watchman to the house of Israel. Get no water and wet from me. See that? So here it is. When you go to Jeremiah 28, it says the prophet, all right, before me and before you old had prophesied against me and country against me. All right? Or what? War, evil, and pestilence. So we the spirit of Isaiah 3:1. And our loud spirit not. But our job as a prophet is to do what? It's to warn the people.
The warning has went out. We warned you. So now that the judgment comes,
That's it.
we don't want to hear shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
You can't play for your money.
Now, we ain't gonna do nothing, man. You might get a boot to your fucking face. All right? But the Lord is see, they gonna learn. And you see, we're dealing with Israelites. We're dealing with a stiff-necked people. We're dealing with a hard-headed people. We're dealing with a people that you have to punish. The only way they'll get it is through pain, death by pain.
The Lord said,
Nobody these people
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, please, Bubba. Yeah, yeah, no, no, the spirit. Yep.
Alright, when he got to feel his belly, so the that's the rap taking. So he like, I'm taking that rap. The most like the album. See that? The king's mind is in the hands of the Lord. So he got Esau.
We gotta get that. We gotta get that. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. So he turned it with us wherever he will. You know?
He said he got Esau in the mind, so he
That's it. That's it.
the king Lord, who coming up to the king Lord?
Because he get, yeah, he's sloppy. Because Trump, he came in on peace.
Yeah, that was what he was all about.
This nigga came in on peace. I'm gonna stop the war. The first moment I get in there, I'm gonna fucking stop the war. Boom, he gonna put down his guns.
He said, yeah, he gonna stop a lot of things.
Hamas gonna get back the hostages.
Yeah.
We gonna have peace on earth.
Yeah.
The moment he came there, he started motherfucking just destroying shit.
Take the shit down.
War on the tribes.
Yeah.
War on the tribes, man. All you land tribes, y'all about to see.
Right.
Y'all about to fucking see, man. And now you got the land tribes. Us black and brown, we gotta stick together. You know? But that's that Jeremiah 50, how we were put together. And that oppression is actually bringing us together.
If I may add, I see one of these elites. They had went into that. I forgot his name though, but he been studying that. You know, he break down like the Masonic Masons and stuff like that. So he was going into that order out of hell and how he take, you know what I'm saying, like a 3-step process, and how he had set up like the oppression stage where he'll maybe allow the agencies, DEFG people to have their right. But then later on, he have the plan to what? To do what he's doing now. Like that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Saying no, man, no more of these people, no more of the DIs, you know what I'm saying? To break everything together. And he don't care about the casualties because that's what happened in the war. Ultimately try to bring us back together. You know what I'm saying? That's that order out of chaos so people can, you know what I'm saying, get in line together. You know what I'm saying?
If you can find that food in the state, yeah. That was pretty much code word. I'm coming from you niggas. That was pretty much code word.
But when you mention crime, you start running from you can't mention crime because nobody else is dead. But we know in the spirit who's the most crime. The Edomite.
Well, that's their accuser. Accuser of the brethren. Categoreo. Or accuser. It means to categorize.
Yeah.
So basically what he did was he allowed these cities to go crazy. He allowed these policies. And where did these policies come from? Yeah, the left came in and it was the left policies? No. That came all the way from the fucking top. Let them out of jail. You know, in San Francisco, they allowed people to steal under $1,000. You know? So that's like the criminal life. Shit, I ain't gonna even get no time. I might as well just get, I could do 3-4 licks in a day, get under $1,000 worth of shit.
Like it's count.
That's what I'm saying. So they allowed it to happen, and then you get a slap on the wrist. Then then the people started getting angry. Stores started to close. People started, and this is bullshit. Then the right started attacking the left. The left, these judges allow these motherfuckers to come out and kill people, do this, do that. Now the right comes in. Oh, we gotta clean it up now. Now we gotta bring the hammer though. We can't action. She's out of control. We gotta come in with force. Okay? And these military troops that are gonna be sent into these cities, these inner cities, they're gonna be given the go ahead to use fucking force, whatever they need. They use drone strikes, fucking see the dark weapons, okay, all type of crazy ass technology, and they're gonna do a digital siege upon it. Hey, these people are crashing that fuck out. Let's see, if he do that. See, the nigga woman, she will do that. The motherfucking troops come in and she gonna try to curse him out, think that he's above the law. You see what I'm saying? That bayonet, whack, whack, whack. She out of there. And all these other hoes, they gonna go, I ain't doing that no more. Okay. You gotta, okay, yeah.
The Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
The king's heart, the heart meaning the mind. So whatever these kings, so-called presidents, so-called prime ministers, and even the wicked elite, the hidden hand behind the scenes, that are really the real kings, the black folk, right? You know, the different, the red pill people, the Rockefellers, those elite banking families. Their mind is in the hand of the Lord. Meaning the Lord, he controls what they do. On the right and the left does he work. Okay? The Most High, he creates good and he creates evil. There's the proof. We bring out those scriptures every week. And see, that's why, where's the disputer of this world? Where's the scribe? Where's the wise? Where's the disputer of this world? Why is nobody disputing this? All they can say, oh no, the Gentiles can make it. All right, cool. Let's go into prophecy now. Now they silent. They can't go into prophecy. They can say, oh, that's not what it means. Then what does it mean? And then those who dare to try to break it down, they fucking butcher it. I think this means, I think what that means. Okay? Meanwhile, everything that we're saying, our thoughts are gonna go down. Coming to pass. How can you deny it? Trump is literally coming in. War is literally getting started. You got the Palestinians literally getting bombed. You gonna tell the Palestinians, you know, that's not, you Hebrew Israelites are wrong about that. They get bombed to fucking smithereens. That's in the scriptures. By the people who say that they are the people and are not. That's in the scriptures. So everybody's about to bow down before Yahweh. Go ahead.
It says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. It's the rivers of water. He turned it wherever he will.
As the rivers of water, he turned it wherever he wants. All right, he wants to go left, he gonna go left. If he wants to go right, he gonna go right. And that's money. You can see the people that listen to that shit. There's, you know, brother, we up for it. But they literally live it. They listen to it. That's all that they listen to. That shit is demonic, man. And they just that same like demonic glare. They all over fucking weight, all dreads, bugged out. Okay, toxic. Okay. Yeah, can you get back in Revelation 3 and 10, I finish that. Ezekiel 21, I think it's 21. Talk about a sword of fire. Okay.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Able to be able to endure, you got to apply Isaiah 33:6. Because Isaiah 33:6 said what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Right? And we got to keep that. Hold fast with thy hand, but don't let me got to. So you kept the word, the patience of the words of the Lord. Go ahead.
And also to keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right, because the Lord said in Luke 4:18, he that brought these things upon you will deliver you from the hand of your enemies. See that? What's the kept saying to the Lord? You held fast what you have. The name. Alright? When you sell out, stand. You'll be in good law to hell. That's what the Lord said. Look at how sacrifice. You know? Daniel and Goliath. The Lord came through. Why? Because of Daniel. Alright? He feared the Lord. He believed he had my son. Right? And what the Lord did, the Lord delivered him. Because they was hungry, starved on purpose. You see that? This is not no ordinary, you know what I'm saying, thing that happened. They were written for our learning that guess what? We didn't trust in the words of God by God. As the elder was saying, we got examples in the scripture. All right, to prove the power behind by God.
Well, I got a few to
Daniel's in the lion's den, man. You don't think how scared he was, but he trusted in the Lord. You don't think he had thoughts of the lion attacking him? But he had to trust in the Lord and his word, man, because Daniel was righteous. So he's like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna trust in the Lord. Well, if I have to do something, I gotta go, but I didn't bow down to his enemy. You know? And what happened? The Lord defended for Daniel, man. Food and everything. It ain't just Daniel stayed alive. That's just one miracle that, hey, he stayed alive. He came out of that. But in the between time, in the meantime, Daniel was getting fed. He ate, he drunk, water and food, straight. And the lions over there stopped like mom and stealing, but he controlled the beast. And he was part of the house. That's what they're about.
That's it. And the Lord is going to show that he has control over all things.
He's going to show it. He's done miracles.
And people are going to see miraculous things happen to you, and they're going to marvel. They're going to be like,
You know what I'm saying?
you know, they're going to consider. They're going to be like, who, you know, they're going to consider. Your family's going to start to consider. These women are going to start to consider. These men are going to start to consider. That's it. That's it. That's it. But I got a piece of it. This is Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Right, see, it's been by our learning, man. So that's applied to us at the time that we're going to go through, man. Especially the book of Acts, those person is a practice. And here it is, that's what's going to happen. Like the elder was saying, I think it's going to keep on, just figure out how to decide what's wrong from the bottom. As you're doing now, but to the top, because at the top, the prophet. So the persecution of the prophet, but he started now within the people. Because he was a serpent, a snake that's in the ear, a cunning man. All right, this is how he began to get to us, having his fruit. See that? But everything was before time is written for our learning. So be patient. Go ahead.
Yep. It says that we through patience and comfort of the scripture might have hope.
There you go. See that? Because that's how we're able to endure. Through hope, faith, believe. See that? Going out what the Lord said. Not turning back. Remember. You know? Patience and suffering. All right? Of the scripture. That we may have hope. Hope in what? Hope in salvation. Hope in deliverance. Even for the smallest matter. All right? You got to go to the concentration camp. You got to be out here alone overall as a pilgrim. All right? Guess what? Be patient. All right? And understand the scripture. Believe that you have about small cup. You have to do that.
Well, like I said, we have these examples of men, great forefathers. You read Hebrews 11 chapter about our great forefathers, how they showed great acts of faith. Even in the time of death, the certain of them got put to death. Okay? Certain of them were like Lot. Lot, his woman left. His woman looked back. You might have a woman that looked back. And that could be your trial. You know? And it'd be a one that you really love her. You know? But you're going to suffer loss. You got to suffer loss. Basically, y'all was trying to say, basically, if you're not willing to lose your life, for my name's sake, you're going to lose it. Okay?
Those that lose my life, it's like those that lose their life in my name, say you shut down.
Alright, so this is all temporary. What really matters, alright, is the kingdom. That's forever. Alright? No man can steal anything. Nothing that's given to you will ever be taken.
No laws, no word.
Nothing's going to corrupt. So the whole goal is to get to there, and your blessings are going to be challenged. Alright, in the form of your children that you love so much, in the form of the woman that you love so much, in the form of the possessions that you have. Okay? and then the ultimate, your own life. Okay, are you willing to give up your own life? Are you willing to sacrifice that for Yahweh Shema? Okay, and we have the scriptures to reinforce that's the mindset that we should be in. Striving to the truth of the death. That's it.
James chapter 5 and verse 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord,
You got it, bro.
for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. They have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
Yeah, those are the really speak about. You got a woman, you love her to death, but what if she turn back like last night? You know what I'm saying? What's she trying to take him up to be like Job right there? That's all time down. You know, when you have a woman in your mind, say, what you gonna do? See that? But we have, all right, the scripture to women to give us an example like trust in the Lord. Don't fall for it, don't fall for the world, don't fall for this and that. Trust in the Lord.
I got you, Bob. This is on Psalms 37 and 25. Psalm 8. Say, I have been young and now am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Psalms 37.
Okay, yeah, bring that one up.
Look at the generation of old and see. They in their body and feel the Lord was forsaken. Or call upon his name and look aside.
There you go.
Now what?
There you go. And this is why it's so important to ingest this book, to eat the roll.
Very important.
Okay? And to live it. You gotta live by these precepts.
Right, bro.
By every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High, that's your bread. That's your water. That's your substance. That's your nutrition. That's your protection.
Right.
That's your everything. Because you're gonna need this great defense in a time of trouble. You're gonna need that shield of faith to block all the fiery darts of Satan. And they're gonna come in many avenues, mainly to attack the mind. That's what Satan wants. He wants to attack your mind.
Yeah.
Okay?
Because when he got your mind, he got everything.
You know?
Right thing he saw with the technology.
Yeah.
He wants the mind.
That's it.
See that? Yeah, he's trying to alter your DNA, but he wants the mind.
That's it.
Once he get the mind, he got the control like the Most High Yahweh.
Yep. And the tongue.
Yeah.
Bro, he got some. The Lord gave this nigga some serious technology, some way out shit that you watch in the movie. He literally got that shit.
Right. On deck.
Okay, ready to roll it out. Okay, go ahead.
This is Job 13 and 15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in
See,
him.
and that's the spirit of Job. And we read in James about the patience of Job. Catching pure hell. He got a multitude of news, all bad news. Family crew,
Just man, you
fly
gotta go.
crew, house crew.
Now, I'll just say, just man, you gotta go to some church camp. Just man, you should by your boy. You know, where your mindset. Touch the head. That's hell right there. Don't nobody know where I'm at.
Yeah, like an alligator uppercut.
Yeah, so, like, these folks got something to do. See that? This is the time that we come into.
And Esau he don't want this message of you trusting in a higher power.
Yeah.
Okay, the only living power. He don't want that, especially in Israelites. He wants you to trust in him.
Yeah, trust the man.
But it's cool to say that that they would not stay upon Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, what did that?
Job 13 and 15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. But I will maintain my always before him.
Job said, I'm going to maintain my integrity. I'm going to maintain the way of Yahweh Shema. Just like he told us, shall we not receive good and evil? So Job is spiritual to know that The Lord brought this. And he was within his mind, like, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't do that. He said, hey, look, whoever parents being innocent, I ain't innocent. You see? So the thing that we go through, we gotta take that, hey, wherever the Lord will, he put this amount of pain on me, Lord, I can bear it. You know, Lord, allow me to bear it. I would say the name of the Lord. Hey, the scripture got everything. The scripture got every little way your mind can turn. Hey, I got to
and then you got different men going through your situation. It's not the same man going through the same, goes through the same hard and easy. No, you got different men going through different situations.
Different trials and tribulations.
Yeah, there's no about because our walk is not the same, but we're going the same way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like you walking on the sidewalk, the person you got next to, you might not walk on the rock, but you do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're going the same way, but our walking not the same. This is why the Apostle Paul says you have to endure all things for the elect's sake. You got to endure. You know? Because your hair is not my hair, so guess what you're doing? Don't get your hair. So what? You endure our time. You know what I'm saying? But the scripture gives us hope that through our hair that we're going through, the Lord still got us. He's still with us. That's something that two-thirds don't got. I'm about to say,
God is the way.
God is the way. But yeah, it's still got the food in heaven.
In Isaiah 10:20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel,
in that day, we're in that day. The remnant is talking about the elect.
and such as all estate of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them.
Should no longer stay upon them that smote them. Who smote them? The Edomites. Okay, mainly. The other nations, they help, they further as well. You know, they lick the wounds. You got Luke the 16th chapter. Okay, go ahead.
But to stay upon the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, is true.
And the word stay means to lean upon and to rely upon. Okay?
It says NLT, but they were faithfully trusting the Lord.
There we go.
It said Isaiah 10:20 in the NLT, in that day the women left in Israel, the survivors in the house of Jacob would no longer depend on allies who seek to destroy them, but that were faithfully trusting the Lord, the Holy One of Israel.
Oh yeah, like for example, the medical system. You got Jake, they know Esau's the devil, but they still go to his medical system and still take his prescription, still take his medicine, and thinking that he's fucking for you. And you still getting fucked up. But the alternative is to take the herbs and be disciplined and continue to do it and pray. You don't want to do that. Because Esau said that don't work. And you don't have patience. So that's just another example. Jacob keep going to the devil and keep getting fucked up. And Jacob, when food gets shut off, Jacob will Esau save us. When the economy crashes, save us. We saying the Lord, we telling the Lord to save us. Okay, we're not gonna no longer rely upon those that are willing to exploit us. We're gonna rely on the Holy One of Yahweh. Okay? And that's for all things. Alright, if we go right shelter, the protection of us, the Akim, our families, okay, our minds, okay, shelter over our heads, food in our stomachs, are in the mind to continue and go into the end. You can resist the chip.
Man, that's like waiting on the top.
You say, and your patience is just your soul. And our people have no patience at all. So what's wrong?
They like the way it is. You saw how that microwave mindset, bro. I'm going to need to wait for food got done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the scripture says, so as the leader, so as the people. So this all is controlling the world, man. And look at the people, just like violent, just like you. And ain't got no fucking faces, just like it. Attitude, just like it. You know? That's something with power.
We are the father of the devil. But we got to start they're acting just like Esau. Just like in that same generation as that. Like this all about this lying, fucking generation. Right? That's literally Esau. That's Jake just got style. That's all.
That's it. That's how they dress it up.
You know?
Yeah.
Jake just wild with his shit. So Jake become more wicked than the wicked. Like Esau, he bland. Bang bang. You know? Shoot him up. Esau, he got a drum and he making out, he doing a rap video and shit. You know? Jake making it like one nigga that nah, this is the lifestyle. Nigga, you get business.
He decorated. He's putting color on.
Color.
Blue.
You got the new Jordans on, that blicky on them. You know, you got hat tilted to the side. You got holes with him. He's driving a whip. Jake make it look fun and sexy. You know, but that's Edomite activity because what's happening? It's not like you're going against the actual enemy. You're going against your neighbor. You're going against your brother. You know, so you're making it fun to come against your own people. Okay.
Matthew chapter 7.
But that's even more wicked. That's why Jake is more wicked than Esau.
Matthew chapter 7 and 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Enter ye in to the straight gate. It's the truth. See, if you got Jake trying to come up another way. Say you gotta come up another way like a thief in the eye. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come to the Lord as you are. No, you gotta meet the requirements, man. The most high is not required of sacrifice. You know, come on, the Jake trying to put, you know, what they trying to say to the Lord, how they want to see the Lord. No, you can't serve those things. Right? You got ain't talking about the average nigga, all right? Because your favorite basketball player, your favorite superstar, he ain't gonna make it. You see that? Because how much money he got? How much he can damage? All right? If he ain't coming back in the field, he ain't gonna make it.
Right now, it's scary.
They said it's legal in April, right? How many?
Matthew 7:13, NOT, you can enter the Most High Kingdom only through the narrow gate.
Only through the narrow gate.
Well, you got a sheep gate.
Yeah.
You got a sheep gate where only one sheep can go in at a time.
Because you can't, two of them can't do it, you know?
And they got to get into that, you got to get into a straight path.
And it's just like, you know, I remember going through a shortcut, you know, they had to swing through the field. Like, you can get in there, but you had to swing it on in there to get to the gate. That's how the field goes. It ain't, see that,
Everybody. Ex-Satanists. Sodomite. Trans. They're the head of the congregation.
the gate wide open. No, it's
Every nation. Every nation.
every
you know?
nation. It's wide open. It's not the Lord's house, man.
That's their feel good too.
Everybody,
That's like you get that, what they call it, participation award.
Yeah.
Everybody get a try. Everybody win. We all win.
Everybody get a reward.
Nah. They ain't how life works. So it's so different.
They said you can enter, this is the NOT, Matthew 7:13 with the NOT. You can enter the Most High Kingdom only through the narrow gate.
Right. Only through the narrow gate.
The highway to hell is broad,
Man.
See?
and its gate is wide.
Right. And that reminds me of Zechariah 13:8. You know, they said two words when we went stood out in the scroll.
It's a whole song. You know, Esau's son, it was
You
talking.
know that two birds is on the highway to hell. You know?
That was the queen. That was the queen.
Yes, right. And they're not in the bed standing up. He just wanted out the way of understanding.
You're twice dead. Remember the spiritual Wednesday that again? We'll talk about twice dead. Because they're already in a dead state. Right? But then they ain't gonna get put to death again. I gotta look up. Yeah, you got it.
It said the highway to hell is broad, and its gate is wide for the many who
See,
choose
it's
that
wide
way.
for the minute. See that? It's wide for the minute.
Yeah, this is Jude 1:12. It says, these are spots in your feast of charity when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water.
Feed themselves without what?
Without fear.
Without fear. How do you feed themselves? Right?
Yeah. So like 15. The bread of ours understand with the bread of understand.
Yep. So this is how you feed yourself. But you feed yourself. You see the terror of the Lord, but you're not doing it with fear. You're not believing that it's really real. You see that? Now count the cost. But you read it though, you study it, you look at the word, you put all that, but it's not with fear. You see that? And that's one thing that you gotta have fear. But fear is the first step to what to be accepted on Lord Yahweh. You must fear him. That's why I take her to Christianity. Because you being your fear being taught by Christianity. You're not understanding the fear of how to fear the Lord. Now I'm tell you how to fear the Lord.
He's telling you that the Lord loves everything that you do.
Exactly. But
Keep going.
But the prophet, the terror of the Lord persuade you.
Keep putting in that money in that pot. Jesus loves it.
You don't get your head.
You know? Yeah, you will get that. You will see us. God will see us. Then Jesus. So you gonna get that husband. You know? 20 years later, you gonna still get that husband. You know, so they got a false sense of reality.
Y'all sense of hope. Y'all sense of fear.
And a false sense of fear.
Yeah, that's it. Y'all sense of fear.
Back in Matthew
So
7,
I'll say this real quick, because Jake don't really feel the most high. You know? Yeah. Jake don't really feel the most high. Alright? They believe that the whole narrative of the most high God, he does everything. He does everybody. From You know?
You got to separate, there's also a gift. Because I was in the world with, you know what I'm saying? And when I was out, we got to go to the Lord. But guess what? Still feel a family. You know what I'm saying? Like I found really to tapping in, seeing the Lord, understanding life. Yeah. You know, learn the spirit. That's why the Lord got them blind. They blind to come before the Lord. But guess what? When everything happens, the Lord will open their mind and fit for the Lord. See? So you open our mind on the matter for him. Because God had to be fulfilled. Revelation 11:11. It said, I'm creating an animal. The spirit of life should get the teaching, right? And she's telephoning up people. What should happen? Third. See that? You put third up. There ain't no two thirds right now.
Hey, that's the black culture. The bill was made with the faith of God.
There you go. See that? Third was what created in the faith of the Lord. The Lord put, he installed it so that third like a gift.
Yeah, you can't have fear without faith. You can't have faith without fear.
Exactly.
If you got a fear that there's a consequence, or not, you know, for your action. You gotta have faith that the Most High will put you out to death. So you can do it. So we don't move without fear.
We all had school books. We all saw school books. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker knows. Motherfucker see me gonna take my shit. You know what I'm saying? You believe that. So you have faith in him. And guess what you did? You prayed because you know you're going to take your shit. What you do about it?
Hey,
Come on, man.
like, it's in Hebrews 11:7. By faith, being one of the Most High, of things not seen as yet.
Being warned.
Not seen as yet. Move with fear.
You got Noah? Yeah, Noah, he said something from my mind. We got to get back up to that.
Hebrews 11:7. Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah being one of the Most High, of things not seen as yet. Move with fear.
So he was given the spirit of faith, and he moved in fear. Being warned of things that have not happened yet. Okay, you better do this. You know, oh shit. And I got faith that it's actually going to happen. But I'm moving, I'm building in fear. Because I don't want it to happen to me. Okay? Go ahead.
It say by faith. It said by faith, Noah being one of the Most High, of things not seen as yet. It said move with fear. Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah being one of the Most High, of
So
things.
we're warned of the Most High. That's why we're moving in fear. We come out here through fear. Of course, faith is there, of course. But the faith is also established by the fear. Because through fear, that's action. Faith is action. But really marriage, you really can't have one without the other. As well as you can throw in works. Okay?
I got a saying. Third breed faith. Third breed faith.
And faith brings fear.
Faith breed faith.
It's like you go in the bird. That's it. You know? And through all that, you're gonna start to work. You want to know, he started building, he started working, he started doing the work. Okay? And he was a preacher, the scripture says he was a preacher of righteousness. What is the word preacher mean? He's a prophet. He's saying before. So he prophesied while he was building. Is that what we were doing? Okay? But you gotta have a spiritual mind to even see that. Alright? The majority of our people, they don't have a spiritual mind. It's spiritual discernment. They're working fucking dates. Alright, so they have really bad with. We don't feel sorry for them. Okay, we are concerned with the righteous. Those that listen. That's it.
So by faith, Noah being one of the Most High, of things not seen as yet. Move with fear.
Is it the thing I seen as yet? Alright? And it doesn't tell us.
Nobody can believe it. There's never been a time for you to actually equate what's getting ready to happen for now. There's a time like no other. And even if you go back to 70 AD, you go back to different parts, civil wars, and you go to World War I, World War II, the war between the Greeks and the Persians. You can't even compare that with what's getting ready to happen now. So nobody's ever seen it. Nobody's ever seen nuclear missiles fly out of the sky.
That's because remember, that's the day the war so she was doing it. But what they were before the rain, right? But the system, it never rains. And only water they really got was what the dew. You know what I'm saying? So when Noah was about it gonna rain and flood, everybody on the flood.
He a bug out. How the hell that gonna happen? No, since the beginning of time, Noah, water can't come out of the sky. Water from that was like a unheard concept. Like it never happened. It never happened. So that's like, what are you talking about, bro? Chill. You need some business. You need to have fun. Why you a bug out? He's a terrorist. Then that was, you all day. But how much more back then? Because everything that Noah was saying is starting to rewind back to the mind. All the words that we're saying is that all these people that walk by, all these people that take photos, all these people that watch the video, all the people that heard this, when the things go down, it's going to rewind back into their mind. Niggas are saying, niggas. Where the niggas at? Okay, it's having a word. Where the Israelites at? Where my brothers at? Where my brothers? Here we. It's going to be too late, isn't it? So the rain coming out, like, oh shit. But there was no at.
They knew it from our clothes. They like, that wasn't Noah. Come on.
Hey, beating on that ball. Shoot.
Look, so it's going to be much more terrible this time. Because the Lord has done all that. The Lord, Yahweh, he's not well known in this earth right now. Okay? But we are now making him acquainted back with the earth by telling everybody Yahweh by singing our pride and when we do that. So they're going to consider that. What's actually happening? It's going to be too late. What are they going to consider it?
So they're going to know that it's not a man. So you got some actors going on in the world, they call it the act of God. Because it's just certain things happening that man can't do. You know what I'm saying? So in that day, they're going to skip. I think it came down to Daniel. He read the writing. No one was able to break their writing down. But the Lord gave Daniel spirit to recite the hearing of the law. And they were blessed.
Right.
They got signs, they got something. So he was blessed.
Yeah, Daniel did that at the time.
You know?
Back in Hebrews 11:7.
So how do you think they're going to treat us in this? Well, you quoted the scripture earlier. In thy day, I keep in my power, people shall be willing. In the day, thy power, thy people shall be willing. Victory, eyes open, mouth open. What do you talk to somebody and he's looking at you. Whatever you say, I'm gonna just do whatever you say. That's how it's getting ready to go now. You just a nobody in their eyes, like you a nobody in their eyes, and in that time they just look at you, they bob from side to side, whatever you say, that's how it's gonna be. Because we're the only ones that's gonna have to answer.
Yeah.
Well, what else could be? Jeremiah the 15th chapter. Sound on the devil tell. So we ain't telling you shit. You know, you own. Don't bump that dog.
Jeremiah too said like he's going to make our tongue
You have Matthew 25. 10 verses. Amos that big chapter, 11 verse. When they said that the virgin shall go to and from, and basically try to find the truth, basically.
Hebrews 11:7 about faith. No, being one of the most high of things not seen as yet. Move with him. Prepare an ark for the sake of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heirs of the righteousness.
So he condemned the world. Noah, he prepared the ark. And while he prepared the ark to be delivered, he was condemning the world simultaneously. And we are building that spiritual ark now. Okay? And we're prophesying against this wicked world. We're condemning the world. Okay? We are not friends with the world. Alright, we are against this world. Okay, we're against the powers that are all the way at the top to the lower level motherfucker at the bottom. They all wicked. They're all going to receive judgment. Okay?
They all on the same side.
That's it. And if you don't want to deal with this is really not even your choice. When you really want to think about it, it's all preordained. Nevertheless, you still rehearse the righteous acts. You still have to go through the motion. Right? I mean, that's so high level. The Lord's like, hey, everything's already preordained. Nevertheless, we still here. Because you don't know if you're a part of that ordainment. You don't know if you're part of the elect. You have to fight for it. You have to strive for it. You have to contend for the thing. That means the Lord, he wants fighters. Alright, this is the spiritual movement. Okay?
Yeah, because he said, the Lord said, good hard as a soldier. What is a soldier? A soldier is a fighter. The Lord said you got to do hard as a soldier. So we got to fight.
Well, just like Pete Nick said, when he had he basically cursed out the military. I'll just say it like that. He basically cursed out the military. He said, "Now we gonna be doing fucking PT every goddamn day. You're gonna have to meet certain standards. You're gonna meet certain standards. Your commanding officer, he can use the sword. It's not gonna be none of that woke shit no more. He can put hands on you." He said that. They go back to that ancient beat your ass in the head, stomp you out, get your shit right. And if you can't take it, then you can't be in the military. Okay, so the Lord does that on the righteous side. The different trials and tribulations that we go through will make us harder. Okay, to be made hard. Because you're going to have a hard mindset to be able to be in the midst of all types of death and destruction and sorrow and misery and pain. In the furnace of our future. Okay? So we're in the furnace of our future. That's why during Jacob's trouble, that's when we're going to be made precious. That's when you're going to see all that fire you was in that furnace, getting cleaned out. Get all the impurities out to where now you fucking shine.
Oh man. You know what I'm saying? It's a air line.
Let me add to you, I'm going furthest, and it's time to go to a flame of love. I love reading that over Revelation 8:19, and then I love how we do with that.
Caution. Bus station.
Because look, when you really consider a furnace, and when you're purifying metal, you're doing it for the metal. The metal has impurity.
You needed to cut right.
You know? And ultimately, the person that's doing it, that's refining it, is really doing it for his sake. So that metal can actually become usable, profitable. Because gold that has impurities in it stuck in the earth, hey, what use does it have? There is no use. You don't even know it exists until you go and you gotta find it. That's toil, that's labor, and then you gotta take the impurities out of it. You gotta melt it down and then bring it back together. You keep melting it down, keep shining it until it's perfect. So that's the elect. Okay.
We just zoo animals.
They don't.
We just zoo animals.
So it's basically like
It's all good. They don't.
we gotta look at what the Lord said. What's he doing? What's he getting to him? So now, when you just say, if you're asking God, the Lord gonna play it back.
This is game news. You know what I'm saying? What we doing, they look at this and it's just, oh, look at these niggas.
Is it not proper? So will we not be made a spectacle of the world? Okay, we're a spectacle.
We got to take it in the spirit and let the Lord just do this, do their glory.
I'm a smile for the camera. Fuck it. You know?
Take it like that. You know, if she don't see out, she don't know.
Right.
Damn, I believe it was cold. Y'all ain't really something like that. Yeah. So it's all, the Lord speaking to the world. You got to be
This is Psalms 91, the verse 7. It says, and this is going back to what you were pointing out, bro. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
I mean, a lot of motherfuckers die. All right? Remember, you coming to us, they get the trouble. It's already killing in the day. But the scripture says, love will be up to the most brighter. That's a number of how much blood says it's going to be on the earth. Most brighter is just like, what, 3 feet, 4 feet? That's how much blood says it's going to be. So give me 2,000 on the right, 1,000 on the left, dead body. Everybody, you know, they got any type of illness or sickness, they ain't gonna last long. Because that's what they're gonna cut the water off. You know, they're gonna cut some lives through. They already ain't trying to get Medicaid now, so what you do is gonna be having a number. You ain't got the garage to go get no help. So a lot of people be asked out, they're gonna be forced to go to the garage. Because motherfuckers gonna be dying for the lack of bread, you know, for the lack of water. And much big tribulation. So that's why you're going to have 10,000 in that right, you know what I'm saying? And 1,000 in the left. Dead as a doorknob.
It says, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Why? Because the angels kept it down after them to the Lord. See that? So yeah, we're going to be in the midst of Babylon. But guess what? We're going to be protected. We're going to be aided. Right? We got to protect it. We got to defend it. And his name is Jehovah. Alright? So that's how we elect to be able to not be touched or moved. See that? But it starts now. Alright? But the trial and the test is coming. You're going to have that. You're going to say, get ready so you won't have to get ready.
Yeah, you hear it? You got a fucking championship fight. The fight of the fucking century.
Oh, the world.
You know? This is the last fight, goddamn.
Real alive.
Hell, everything. Make or break, goddammit.
Yeah.
You know? And you ain't even training.
Yeah.
You're not even working out.
He's McDonald's.
Yeah, you just chilling.
Yeah.
And the days getting closer and closer. Yeah. And you just like, you know, the club and shit, grinding it, you know? You're not even doing no type of exercise.
That's right. That's right.
How the fuck you expect to win in there? Because Paul spoke about it's like a race.
Yeah.
And you run this race like you want to fucking win. You don't run this race like just to be a participant. To take last place, or I get it. Nah, it's like death. You run like you want to win. Okay, because the pride is the incorruptible crown. Alright. Salvation, protection. And you're going to want that in this time that we're in. And none of us can really imagine and fathom it because we haven't experienced what really is going to happen. The Lord, he taps in just enough to be able to speak about it and see different movies and different things that have happened and have that understanding to where it's going to get bad, but it's going to get worse than that. Okay? It's going to be a lot worse than what you thought it would be. A time like no other. So you want to be spiritually training right now. You want to have in your mind, not physical sit up. You say body exercise is probably little. So you should definitely sound body, sound mind. You want to have the body as best possible in that, you know, of course. But spiritually training what we're doing now, getting His word inside your mind. Because you're not going to have another brother right there. Hey brother, what's that precept again? Hey brother, can you give me some comfort? Hey, I need a counsel. What should I do? Nah, you want to come to know what to do. You got to be in the spirit.
So get ready. So get ready. So you don't have to get ready. Get it while the getting is good because it's good to get it now. Because when you born, it's over. You ain't got it, you ain't gonna
It
get
was
it.
seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near.
They know Terry come to the
That's it. And Jake, and our people, they procrastinate. Last minute, nah, this is not no last minute shit. This ain't last minute.
Then Jake go.
But it is what it is. So we about to see a lot of Israelites cook. You can only imagine you with a Latin tribe, you can hear, you know the fear is on you. You didn't even hear. You established something. You got families, you got people, and fucking one day motherfucking the Stacos come in with masks on. Grab your ass up, put a knee in your back. Say, shut the fuck up, beat you, put counsel you, and ship your ass. You know. Well, that's trouble. And then what's getting ready to happen to these tribes here in America? Or the so-called black man, Esau's gonna have that same fucking force. By burning around the kingdom over you. That's what's getting ready to be established here in America.
It's really Jeremiah. That's opposite. This didn't happen when you talk about the right? You go ahead with the service meeting. That's how you know that it was speaking about Babylon the Great.
That whole chapter, that chapter speaks about ancient Babylon, but a lot of in that chapter really speak about America, Babylon the Great, man.
Yeah. This is Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah,
which is the northern and southern kingdom. You have the so-called Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, that's Israel. Okay, that's the northern kingdom. They're getting fucked up too. All right, they're getting treated like animals too. All right, and they're being shown that the so-called white man still hates them. We still got simple minds of them that still is going to stay upon Esau. And fuck them. All right, fuck these niggas that want to worship Esau, want to worship white Jesus. The hell with them niggas. The Most High is going to destroy 2/3 of the people in America. And we're not going to have no pity. There's going to be no pity when that time comes when they send those troops. Okay, the so-called white man is doing right now. He's preparing to lay siege upon the people. Okay, a digital siege at that. He's going to cut you off from the fucking system. And he's going to dare you niggas with the switches. With the suit shooting sideways. We got motherfucking special forces. With the latest technology. Okay? With billions and billions of dollars backing them. Say, hey, take the motherfuckers out. Show no pity.
You got all these cameras being set up. So everybody know where to run and hide. They got you. You got heat seeking bullets. They can go through walls.
All the ones that don't have the mark of the blood. Don't have the mark of the blood.
Utterly slay them. Have no pity.
Have no pity. Oh, y'all. Right in. Oh, in.
Big up.
A little white little nigga holding his shit out.
Even the newborn. The precious little newborn that's going to grow up to be a fucking terror. Take him out. That's going to be, you see that, bro? Like what's happening over there in Palestine. Can you fucking imagine, bro? Can you fucking imagine? In Gaza, bro, just think you were there and that's what's fucking happening over there. Your family just gets slaughtered. Your little daughter, your little son, your wife, just fucking torn in pieces right before your eyes. It's happening fucking daily.
You ain't got no power.
And Allah ain't coming. He ain't coming. He ain't in.
Nobody cares if you're Christian. You come down to Jesus Christ, said like what church?
Oh, that nigga don't know the house. They don't know the company. Jesus line always been.
He ain't gonna do a big change time. But guess what? Him, Revelation 1 and 7. All right? I want to say that I was stop. Yeah, he come to wreck stop. So he come to lay the law down. Law in heaven. He come to lay it down. Right? This is the power they're going to put everything back in order.
That's it. And he's an austere man.
He ain't playing no game.
So we coming into a time of great death, man.
Yeah?
Hey, 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, Ezra spoke about the time of great death. Okay, pestilence, wars, the book of Matthew, it's all over the scriptures.
Everyone, man.
We're in that time. If you can't fucking see it, then hey, it is what it is.
Plain to see it.
It's sometimes,
You
you can't even see that, bro. Come on. So somebody right now, I can't see that.
You gotta think for the doors of mercy.
Everything going on though, bro. You really look at the time, you're like, oh, fuck, you can't see missile talk right now. Everybody got missiles, man. Kill drama. They playing with the motherfucker like Marlon Wayne, man. You, him,
Yeah.
everybody playing with the missiles. So, nigga, I think you can't see that. They need glasses, bro.
No, they need that ice out.
That's why the Lord spoken that you got to be out there. This is a costly thing. That's what all Americans
Like how I said, so the disciples more about the Lord cross. Like he said, watch as well as pray. Yeah. The spirit and deed as well as the flesh. Okay? So watch what the fuck is going on. Right? Because you're watching it. So you're actually watching for the prophecy. Your mind is geared, okay, what is happening? That's a daily task, the burden of work, and as well as the dream. So if you don't enter into those temptations, okay, because there's a lot of temptations out there that's trying to keep you out of the game.
He told Ephesians 6 that you'll be able to put the power of God in the yeah, he was now this is Ephesians 6. This is Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor on the Most High. Now this is Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and your hour, by singing on the side and the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Hey, put yourself with the whole truth. Not some part of the truth, but the whole truth. Okay, put all you're a soldier getting ready to go into a life and death situation. You're about to go to battle and fight the enemy that wants to kill you. The enemy is not going to say, wait for a timeout. There is going to be no bell that's going to ring. A referee that's going to step in. There ain't going to be no break. It's a life and death situation. So if you not prepare yourself, if you not put on the helmet, the chest plate, if you not put on all your armor, if you not take your weapon, right? If you not take the shield, right? So spiritually do all these things.
But we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah, so it's telling you the type of battle it's going to be. It's going to be a spiritual battle. Okay? The flesh is going to contend against the spirit. Good is going to contend against evil. And it's in you. This evil is in you, which is the flesh. That wants to come out day in and day out. The flesh will never sacrifice. It's literally never.
It says, therefore, take unto you the whole armor inside the hour, that you may be able to stand the wiles of the devil.
The wiles of the devil. Hey, the tricks of the devil is just full-fledged. Hey, he going all out. He really doing it all. Do you see since AI came out, they AI to the public. You see how good it's gotten over the last couple of years? That shit is like almost undetectable. Where you don't even know what the fuck is real and what's not. And then the chat GPT, for argument when it first came out, well, that shit's crazy. And that's the freeze one. What about the shit that they got? Where they can type somebody's name in and they give you all the fucking information on that person. The whole background. All their text, all their emails, all the locations that they've been, where they park at, their mama's name.
They got access to it. And the money is
You can't delete it.
Yep, that's it.
It's on file.
And the new phones that are out, the new iPhones and Androids, they have AI technology where everything that you do is actually uploaded to the cloud. So your phone is a physical device, but it's actually in the cloud. So whatever you do on your phone is literally being recorded. You can't delete it. You fucking can't delete it. If you send a text message and delete it, it's in the cloud. So they can roll back any day, any moment where you're at, and they can see what you're doing in the moment. Same thing in the new computers. So everything, they're documenting every fucking thing, so the AI can pinpoint if you're in a state. They're able to cut you off instantly.
Pick my bill up. Bill Gates. Said they knew what the iPhone is. Well, that's the iPhone. I knew what the phone is. What do away with phone? You know what he mean by this? The all type of people wrong people.
So it said, wherefore, take it to you, the whole armor most high, that you may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand.
The days of evil, and you see the buildup. Has it gotten better? Fuck, let's do it like this. Has the world gotten better? Has your situation gotten better? Have you got more money? Are you more comfortable? Are you in full health? You wake up in the morning? Do you have fucking pure energy? Or are you fucking barely fucking making it? You stressed the fuck out. You mad if you gotta go to work. Okay? You mad if you want a day off. You gotta be around these fucking people. You gotta do this bullshit.
I know Jay said something they can put more money in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm about to overtime. That's
What happened?
You say you want no tax,
They go born slave. That's see, but you gotta understand, you gotta get into the mind of the Negro. You gotta get into the mind of the black man. The mind of the black man is on the lowest level. They are comfortable. Look, hear me out. The mind of the average black man and Hispanic, we're gonna deal with the black man here in America. The mind of the average black man is on the lowest fucking level. Okay? They're okay with being on the fucking bottom. The only hope is for them to be somewhat higher status within niggatry. You know, the block. Amongst their black circle. They can have, you know, the precious car. That's okay. If the nigga just has the precious car in his block, he's okay. If he just had some nice clothes, if he had like, you know, a hoe and a side hoe, he's okay. He don't need too much. Even if he's a side nigga. If he's a side nigga, he's okay with that. Okay? He's okay with being fucked up in the body, but as long as he got his drink and his weed, you see what I'm saying? As long as he got his drink and his weed, he's good. He get medicated. And he don't care what so-called white niggas. He don't care the Chinese, he don't care how they ball out people. He don't care how they're acting to a president. He don't care what he's what he got his chicken. You know?
PlayStation 5.
There you go. See, you don't need to
get the bitch now.
Oh, you gotta have
You gotta have a bitch.
It's the bitch that's been passed around multiple times.
You don't pay.
He's okay.
I love him, man.
He loves second slot.
I love it, man.
He don't wait. The nigga's okay with this that he's dealing with for her man to need to go to work and he's supposed to sneak in and clean up the mess. He's okay with that. But niggas are nasty. This knowledge is too high for a fool. This is the highest level knowledge. The Lord said, because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no precept to me. So the Lord don't want your average Jake, your average Hispanic, okay, to come into this. They're on the lowest level. They're Lord and Esau.
It says, stand therefore having your Lord girt without the truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. That's the thing. It says, the God took the shield of faith. It was the shield. The shield is a what? Protection. You know? And he says, right, that he had to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. What is the fiery darts of the wicked? That's one of the fiery darts. You know? But you don't believe, so you're going to fall victim. You don't trust in the Lord, you're going to fall victim. You know what I'm saying? You don't have faith, you're going to fall victim. But it's a fiery dart. They're going to be silent too. They're going to come up and, you know, you saw them going down there, they're going down nice scope. You go over the yard back.
Yeah, the scripture saying that they see a secret of it. That's the break of war. That's the war.
Yeah.
Because all these fiery darts are being shot in the secret.
The martial arts side. It's another fiery dart. See that? It's another fiery dart right there. But without faith, guess what? You're going to fall victim to it. You're going to let this override your judgment. You're going to get emotional. You know what I'm about? You're going to go out like Esau with a bang and get destroyed. But you got faith and you believe and you know what this is about. You know that the so-called white man is selling the green down from the earth. And what you gotta do is pray and help the Lord and you gotta be ready. See that? This is another fiery dot. Guess what? With faith, you can see her, guess what? You're able to do what? Tracy. Oh, you can't get me with that. Alright? Because the Tracy can. You see? You can't get me with that. You know? My faith is on 10. I trust in the Lord, so wherever you put me at, guess what? I'm still gonna believe in you how about you one time. Whatever you do to me, I'm still gonna trust in the Lord. That's a fiery dot, but through faith, you're going to be able to push that fiery dot. This man, if you will come and you start to write the story, what you going to do? You know, right for the story, what you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You seeing this. What you going to do? See that? You got to trust in the Lord, it ain't true. You know? You got to pray, but through faith, you know we have to pray. But wait. He said it's impossible without faith.
Faith in Jesus ain't gonna happen.
Hey, that's why it's important to have that name, man. You know who you call upon in that time of trouble. You had certain Israelites who say that even pushing it. Most high Christ works. You think that's gonna help you, man? You got guns pointed to your head, man. You know?
What is that Isaiah 60, you have to prepare a table for that. You know, these leaders are preparing Jake to be slaughtered, like IUIC. The leadership of IUIC, well, there's only one leader, and that's the zombie master, the Bishop Nathaniel. The Bishop Zombie Master Nathaniel. He's telling Jake to call on God and Christ. Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
Oh, no.
Man.
That's wrong. That's like a nigga giving you a fake number. Yeah, Charles Caucus, man. 1-800-411 pain. I got you. Fuck out here. Yeah. Call them motherfuckers. Nobody answers this shit.
And you can blow it up. You know, you blow the number and then finally pick up. You're going to blow up this number and nobody going to pick up.
Nobody.
Well, Proverbs the first chapter. They shall call on me and I will not answer. You know? Stop accepting a call. You know? So the doors of repentance is closed. You know?
And it says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. So it's his word. See that? Remember, Proverbs 35 says, every word of the Most High is what is good. But here's a shield unto them that put their trust in him. So, what we gotta have? We gotta have the word. Wisdom and knowledge that put the word of that time. You know? So when faith, just what we able to what the wisdom power of God, through the word, we have to work and become the seed of salvation. That's right, man.
Yo, man. Yeah, nigga, what's so crazy? Nigga, look at us now. Yeah, nigga, what's next? Nigga, I really good. Nigga, about the style, we want to talk.
It's a bad moment.
Really just saying, man. I don't know what to say.
This brother promised, because the Lord said that God will bring us to like the Lord.
Go out. Yeah, light. Don't go out by fire. A light minute. You know, because that was the same thing that was going on back then is going on now. That's another reason why this shit
Back in Revelation chapter 3.
And you just get like, you gotta go. Who's a big nigga, man? Charles a tall, 6'4", 6'5" nigga that's dunking on somebody fucking winning touchdowns. You know? Nigga in the gym, he didn't call money. He a fucking flaming
Bundle the sticks.
you know, doing the unthinkable. But hey, they were created for that purpose, as crazy as they seem. The Lord gave them up to that wicked spirit. A lot of it. A lot of it.
One too many.
Hey, bro, when I was in bro, you see Atlanta.
I already know that.
Bro, Atlanta. That shit great.
Hey, bro,
The whole stuff.
I was at a game. I was at a game, man. You was there. Man, they put a transformer on the fucking Megatron, bro. Nigga had a shot over here. Man, like you see this motherfucker like he could be blocking. I was like, what the fuck was this? On the screen. I was like, man, this shit.
I would say Atlanta more wilder than Texas. Because there's a lot of other nations, but there's a lot like nigga package out there. Nigga born. And they like, you have an Edomite in the business, he'll be a sodomite. But he ain't like flaming. You know what I mean? They flame.
Nigga wearing a size 16. He got
That bitch had a time. That nigga had a time. Fingernail paint.
Man, you have
Somebody, go ahead.
Mike, Megan Brown, the wig on.
yeah. Isaiah 31. This is Isaiah 31 verse 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not to the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. How about you outside? Yeah, so hey, you got a lot of Jake, man, that hey, they gonna trust in this society with all hell breaks to them. This shit collapses. With jumping this speaker. Hey, they're gonna go right back to what they know. They're gonna use the same moves as going to East Side Eagle for help. You know? They don't know anything else. That's what they've been trained to do. You know?
They have established America as their home. This is a place where they believe that them and their great grandchildren are going to be here in America. This is the greatest place on the planet Earth. I'm going to establish my legacy here in America. I'm going to pass down what I got to my family. My children, they can do the same thing over and over and over. So they have, in their mind, this is it. So when we come here and we talk about a kingdom, we ain't come here to know about no kingdom. They're trying to set their kingdom up right now. Okay?
20, 30 years down the line.
And that's the mind of wicked Israelites. Okay? What you got? You didn't have to read Isaiah 1.
This is Isaiah 1, verse 3. It says, the ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel do not know.
Yeah, the Israelites. You ask one of these average so-called black men, well, in today's now, you ask them, oh, I know that, brother. I've been doing that. But it doesn't show. You just know. You just heard. You don't really believe it. The Most High requires you to believe. You know, you have not acted upon it. You know that you're an Israelite. All right, Jake just think, all right, we're Israelite. What does that mean now?
I got a friend
You know? How's that going to give you? How's that going to take care of you? That's how Jake thinks. How's that going to give me a job? How's that going to help me in my everyday life?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know? That's how they think.
yeah.
Right? They don't really grasp and understand what this truth is really about. And then you got people that are in the truth that don't really know what this is about. Okay? So the ox and the ass was the creatures, stubborn creatures of labor. They know who their master is. They know where their crib is. Okay, they know who their person is protected and needs and provides for them. Okay, go ahead.
It says, but Israel do not know.
These people down here, Israel, they don't know. So they're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They're destroyed for not knowing. Okay? But then again, read.
It says, my people do not consider.
And then they don't even consider it. Right? Parents were telling them, and they're like, so Jake will actually say, I ain't no Israelite. We ain't the people. We Gentiles. What they got to do with anything? So what if we were the people? We got to think about moving forward. Well, that's their spirit. They don't even consider the things that the scriptures say. They ain't trying to hear about the person. They ain't trying to hear about coming back to the Most High. They ain't trying to hear about doing good. Well, John the 3rd chapter. Men love darkness rather than the light. They would not come to the light because of Jesus in it. To Satan paraphrase. Okay? So they ain't trying to get right, man. And you know what? That's okay. Because you have to have a large amount of Israelites that will be destroyed in this time. That's more proof than what we were saying the truth. Okay? So look at Jake walking around here, man. They gotta get taken out. They can't take it on no chariot. They Lord gotta take it down. They actually look degenerate. If you look at them, they look degenerate, lost, and it's through. They gotta come back in the kingdom. You know? Finish the curse. And then the curse say the Lord smite the knees. You know? On inflammation. Okay? That's one of the first inflammation. Okay? That's the circulation response. Bad kidneys. Bad kidneys, bad lymphatic, bad kidneys, bad lymphatic, bad diet, highly acidic. You will have to go on parsley. You got parsley meat. You got dandelion. Start looking up. It's not gonna go by. I was on parsley, dandelion. I was getting celery seeds on it. You got to take juniper root, corn silk. I mean, shit. Hot. I mean, there's a lot of ingredients. Fast. But a guy like that, you know, he can't go a day without a meal, an hour without a meal. And that's nothing but congestion. That means his blood, his system is not flowing correctly. It's all being held down in those legs. Bad circulation. And that's the curse. The Lord smited his ass. And just guess what? Because the only reason why he's actually alive is because Esau is keeping him alive with his one ear. Because when the medical system breaks down, you're not going to have those interventions to keep you guys alive. So a lot of Jacobs die because they don't have the proper medical. And all your medications, when you make your medication, what comes from? China.
China.
all the medication that you take here in America, it gets imported from China and India. So anytime you go to war with these people, they're going to cut you off medically. Like you had out there in California, you had that oil refining. Oil refining in Secunda, California. I believe it's called Secunda. Right? City. June 2nd. Right? Look it up. Look it up. Who makes medication? Okay, that thing gets imported. If you had an oil refinery that blew up, okay, that refined over 20% of, if not California, the United States oil. That looks like an act of war. Before you go to war with a nation, you start to destroy the infrastructure. You start to target the power plants. You start to target their oil refineries. You start to target their food distribution. Okay? You start to target the railroads, the docks, the ports, okay, the hospitals, right? Is that not what's going on? So America's under siege. Okay? And America saying, look, we're in a time of war. Don't the people say that? Haven't you say that? Yep. And now people start paying out and say, look, this is the Department of War. The gate is walking up and down. That's why we opened up this first Thessalonians 5.
It's China.
What did you say? What did you ask?
I asked, we make the medication for United States.
And what did it say?
It said European nations,
Okay.
China and India, being significant suppliers.
Right, it's really China and India
Yeah.
that's making all the medication and getting imported to the United States.
What would say?
That are the significant suppliers. So you might have some in Europe that, but really it all goes from China and India. They take all the medication and they ship it over here. $50. This is why you can go on certain websites and get the generic for a lot less. Because you get it straight from the supplier. But it has to come overseas. Okay? The more we ain't been coming out of our ass. And see, that's going to be a stark reality to the American people when that comes upon themselves. The American person don't know shit. So all they know is football, baseball, basketball, hockey, circus, Bud Light, who fought last week, MMA, boxing, the great celebrity gossip. The Diddy, I bet you guys see these niggas about the Diddy case, they'll let you know what's the latest information on the Diddy case. They'll let you know that. But if you ask them about who takes them, you know, club out here in Memphis, where that shit is, they got holes in it, or the new spice rub for the chicken. That's Jake's mom, you know?
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kakadash. About a yum yum. Shalom. One Yasharala.